The NFL just witnessed two of its most exciting championship games ever on the same day. And all anyone can talk about today is this handsome devil.
I've never seen anybody in a booth call a game as great as I saw Tony Romo.
I think Tony Romo is just unbelievable. Tony Romo is also a quarterback.
That's right. Tony Romo is the talk of the entire nation. And not just Cowboys Nation either. Due in large part to moments like this.
Mahomes, look at that torque. Oh my goodness, that was outstanding on so many levels.
Well, I guess we know how he feels about Patrick Mahomes. Somebody needs to get Tony some paper towels. What about how he feels about Pollo Campero?
Outstanding on so many levels.
How about Angry Orchard hard apple cider?
Outstanding on so many levels.
What about that edible that Jim Nantz gave to you right before the game started?
Outstanding on so many levels.
How about that thing that you'll only do on special occasions and your birthday?
Outstanding on so many levels.
Some of you guys want to talk about Jason Witten or his buddy Tony Romo? Well, Romo's definitely not happening. I'm sorry.
No one wants to hear your crackpot theories, you Brooks Brothers mannequin. We want Romo. Romo is OC, Romo is HC, and Romo is DC. Mostly in KC, because apparently Romo was the only one in Kansas City who knew what the Patriots were doing on offense. Could Tony Romo be the next coach of the Cowboys? Well, ESPN's time-traveling BG, Will Kane, seems to think so.
The reason that Romo is a realistic hire is because you're right, Max. You need someone. The one distinguishing characteristic that Tony Romo has above anybody else is ability to not only influence Jerry Jones, but stand up to Jerry Jones.
That's right. The only one who can rein in Uncle Jerry is Romo Stradamus. But of course, not everybody agrees. In fact, professional person middle-aged white guys hate Terrell Owens said on Twitter that explaining things from the booth is totally different than doing it on the field. Which is true, because you're not at risk of falling asleep by accident because you're sitting next to Jim Nantz on the field. I mean, why would Romo not want to be the head coach of the Cowboys? It's not like he's got a tremendous job, works easy hours, and is universally beloved by everyone who knows him. CBS just doesn't appreciate what they have, but Cowboys Nation will. That's why this needs to happen before Uncle Jerry decides to put Kellen Moore Garrett in charge of calling plays again. This What the Sports Flash is brought to you by MyBookie. Use promo code PHANTOM to get 50% bonus cash on your first deposit. In Mavericks news, good old Rick Carlisle decided after the game to explain why they lost to the Milwaukee Bucks, even though Luka Doncic had a triple-double.
I know they're putting pressure on him, and they're making it tough. And so this is where he's got to learn and adjust.
That's the saddest Jim Carrey has looked since Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. God, that movie was depressing. It's pretty clear that Rick needs some better playmakers around Luka Doncic, because anytime your team has a player who scores a triple-double and loses, it means everybody else on that team is trash. Also, some rebounds would be nice. Also, some defense. And someone to pass the ball to Doncic would be pretty great. You're going to need a live-in nurse also for Dirk Nowitzki. And look, he's a 7-foot-tall German dude. That ain't cheap. In more NFL news, major controversy has been sparked across the nation. The absolutely atrocious no call on the Saints pass interference has sparked national outrage everywhere. Everyone is outraged. They're so outraged that the city of New Orleans is trying to sue the league to replay the game, which is insane. Of course, these court proceedings are going to include character witnesses, which is kind of a problem because, as we all know, New Orleans, city with a drinking problem, and they tried to kill Brett Favre once. And this kind of egregious error cannot go unpunished, especially when the other team is throwing it in your face.
No way should an official be exchanging jerseys with a player before a game. That's such a bad thing to do.
That angry old woman is right. Totally unprofessional of Todd Gurley to swap jerseys with an official. And to make matters worse, Todd Gurley didn't even do that. So not only is Gurley a ref sympathizer? But he's also a dirty, dirty liar. We cannot tolerate such tomfoolery in the NFL, the National Football League. If there's anything that is never going to be allowed in the National Football League, it's a sense of humor. This What the Sports Flash is brought to you by MyBookie. Use promo code PHANTOM to get 50% bonus cash on your first deposit.